Hey, how y'all doing? This is Hunt 919 Truth to Sports coming to you with another segment. I'm not going to read any stats. This is not anything I prepared. It's just a quick reaction off of the game last night. This is about Shedeur Sanders. I want the Cleveland Browns to trade him. I've been thinking this since he got there, and they're placing him low on the depth chart or whatever. The issue for me is, first of all, we know that he was either a first or a second round, or at least the one that should have been number one or number two as far as quarterbacks taken off the board. And whatever happened, and that all the politics behind that, teaching them a lesson, whatever you want to say. Okay, now that that's done, I've been watching him since Jackson State. And he has not been anything but exceptional as far as a quarterback to me. Yes, it was things that you can break down. He holds the ball too long, which he was. He was taking a lot of sacks, which he was. But for the most part, as a quarterback, I think when you watch him, we all trust him. Now, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Like, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. When you're watching the game from home, you can only see half the field. So when the quarterback goes back to throw the ball, for instance, Dak, when Dak throws the ball and I can't see where he's throwing to, I get nervous. It's like 50-50 if the pass is going to be completed. When Shador does it, it's like you trust what he's doing. You trust him as a quarterback. Cleveland, at least the owner has expressed, is not his that is not his pick, et cetera, et cetera. What he's really saying is, if he does terrible, I had nothing to do with it, and I believe he's going to do terrible. That's how I took it from the owner. He needs to be somewhere where he's going to be at the least a second option. No, he should not start the season for a team because I think he needs to, sit back and learn like every other rookie quarterback. But by the fifth or the sixth game of your season, if you're not winning or if you're not showing progress, Shador should be there. Not only is Shadeur a very good quarterback, he, for the most part, outside of two speeding tickets, he stays out of trouble. He is always prepared, and you can see when he plays. He's never overwhelmed, and I can't say he's ever lost a game for Jackson State or even Colorado. The only time I saw him struggling or him or his team struggles when they played BYU, and BYU just looked bigger, faster, and stronger. But I also think Shador unconsciously was thinking about, he's going first round, and he wanted to get through that game and not get injured. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking it's hard for me to believe that wasn't in the back of his mind. Most of those guys on those levels going first or second round, especially the first rounders, as we all know, most of them don't play in the bowl game. He played for the University of Colorado, and he played for his dad. But at the same time, I think it was in the back of his mind, man, I can't get hurt out here. That could hurt my draft stock. But overall, his percentages, his yards, everything that he does says that he's going to be a good quarterback. And I'm saying this even if he has a bad game the next time he plays, because he is human. But if I'm an organization, I would want that kid playing for my team. The fanfare that he brings can only help your team, and he is also a very good quarterback. And that it is what it is. When I saw him playing Charlotte, and another thing, when these guys are announcing these games, please stop saying when he ran for a first down. He ran for a first down. He's not Dion, but we know he's not Dion, and guess what? He knows he's not Dion. Then they say he's doing well, with it all being a preseason game. We know it's a preseason game. It's preseason season. Regardless whether it's preseason or the real season, you want to do well when you get in the game. A lot of these announcers, I just despise certain things they say. Call the game for what you see. I don't care if his third string is out there. He's playing good against the third strings. If you want him to play bad against the third strings and look worse, if he's playing good, he's playing good. What he showed me last night was he would not be overwhelmed by the moment. He would not be overwhelmed because he's in the NFL. Of course, he's going to have bad games. He's playing with a bad team for the most part. Let's just be honest. But as far as him being a quarterback, I would love for him to play for my team because I totally trust him with that position. And that was just a quick take. I was very impressed with him last night, even though I'm one of these guys who are a little bit more soft on people than what you all are. I don't expect a guy out of college to play very well his first game, whether it's the NBA, NFL, or the Major League Baseball. I don't even care if it's Major League Soccer. I think we all, as athletes, need time to adjust to your new surroundings and to the new level of competition, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So even if he played bad, I would have still been on his bandwagon. But being that he played well and he looked apart. I'm behind him. I was behind him 100% before because I've been watching him since Jackson State. Now I'm with 200% behind him, and I don't think he needs to stay with Cleveland where they're going to. From what we know now, he's going to be around fourth or fifth on the depth chart, which he should not be. He should not be a practice team quarterback. He needs to be on the sidelines of every NFL game. If he's not your first option, he should be your second option, barring an injury or barring terrible play, etc., etc. Does that mean he's going to do good? No. What it means is he deserves that opportunity to be at that level. A fourth or fifth string, as we know, as far as quarterbacks, they really won't play. When Cleveland Brown just has too many quarterbacks, and a lot of y'all forget about Deshaun Watson is still on that team too, and he only had an Achilles tear. A lot of players have come back now with the Achilles rupture. They, at today's time, they can fix those injuries, and some guys come back great, some guys don't. Kevin Durant came back great. So they still have too many quarterbacks. I don't think he should be there for years. I think he should be negotiating to hopefully a team is negotiating for him now because as they say the preseason is not just for your team, it's also for all the other, what is it, 32 NFL teams, all the 31 other teams. Excuse me if I'm getting that number wrong, but it's also a showcase for them as well. He should not be with Cleveland anymore. If they don't have plans to make him number one and number two, the owner really doesn't like him, so that's another reason he needs to get out of there, and they're going to use where he was drafted against him not to move him up the depth chart. I feel this is just how I feel. I could be wrong. So I would like to see him get traded to a team where he has a legit chance to be a number one, at the least a number two. And we need to see him on the sidelines every game of their Sunday games, Thursday games, and Monday Night Football, whatever the times the games come on now. He needs to be there. That's how much I was impressed with him. So it is what it is. I'd like to hear what you all think about in the comment section. It's been Hunt 919, Truth to Sports. Ride with me. It's been Hunt 919, Truth to Sports. Ride with me.